Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of City Sim Builds. In the previous episode, I was really struggling with this farm industry, and I figured out the reason why that was. And the main cause of that was because I didn't have node snapping turned on, so these roads that I was placing to connect up here to the new road we built for this county road and then up here, they were actually not connected. Like there was one node right here that wasn't working, and then there was another one. I think there were actually two. It wasn't connected up here, and then there was another one somewhere in here. Yeah, after doing that, things seemed to resolve itself. And also, for whatever reason, the district got erased. If you go in and you take a look at the district, it was just gone. I don't know. It must have been something with the mods that I have and the game update, or I don't really know. But I went back in and had to replace all these buildings. I did reorient these buildings to be more north-south facing, but for the most part, everything here is looking pretty good. The other thing I kind of want to maybe address today is the cargo train loop area. When I was looking at this, you can see we're starting to have some backups here that occur, and it's more prevalent when you have maybe two trains. So I want to get rid of this at-grade connection today, and also this rail grade, look at that. It's just not realistic. Trains do not do this intense sort of up and down roller coaster kind of thing. So that's something I want to change today. And so for the rest of the episode, I want to focus on building out this farm so that it's much bigger. I want to fix this area with the cargo train terminal and add in more residential. And then I want to finish up by expanding some of our roadway network, mainly this road, bringing it around over this way, and also extending this one over this way and providing a new bridge, because this is going to be the focal point for our new county seat, and I want to provide the bones, the network structure that's going to be in place for us to really use as a launching pad to jump off from there. But before we get into today's episode, if you could hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below, that'd be really great. And also don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying the video as well. But with that, let's get into today's episode. Right off the bat, the first thing I want to do is see if we can expand this farm industry a little bit. Maybe we can get this up to a level 3 or 4. I'd like to get to level 4, that'd be great. And also, as a part of the farm industry, one of the things I want to do is, I really did like having this connection here. And what I'm thinking is, we have this one new county road that we created. I kind of want to create a new road that comes down, meanders, and then goes through the rest of the farm area, and then comes along over here and connects. That'll just provide another way for farm vehicles and eventually some through traffic and things like that to get from this side over here all the way to where the cargo train terminal is, way over there. So I think I'm going to do that first to get the network in place, and then we're going to expand the actual farm here. So I want to come in somewhere around here. I think this would be a good spot, and then have this loop around like that, and then meet up there. All right, and I'm liking that connection. That looks really good. So before I continue, let's turn node snapping on. I don't want to have the same issues that I had before. So this looks good. This looks good. I think everything in here is looking nice. So let's go into Unified UI and just double check with our nodes. But we can take a look at the grades here first, I guess. And these should be pretty reasonable. Yeah, 6.9, that looks good. And we're going to come back and smooth out everything once we have the road in place. And I realize I need to connect the rest of the farm area up here. And I wonder if I can put one of these transformers or something like that, and if this will jump. Yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna let that be the main thing that helps provide power over here. All right, so I'm gonna finish creating the rest of this road that goes all the way over towards the bridge way off in the distance, if you can see that over there. All right, that looks pretty good. So let me go in and check the grades. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll come back and smooth out things. And I'm not super loving what it did there, but that's okay. We can soften the terrain. So let's increase the brush size and see if we can get this nice and even again. All right, so I think that is looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking that. It's a little bit of roughness in here, but I think that'd be good. Oh, I forgot this section. Let me do that real quick. All right, that's looking much better, much better. All right, so I'm gonna start kind of placing the roads here for the rest of the farm. All right, I'm gonna use that as a starting base and then start placing some of the assets here that I wanna have in the farm. So originally I wasn't gonna have any animals on the farm, but I think I'm gonna change that to just having it be cows for, you know, milk and cheese production, basically. So let's go and get a few of these in there. Okay, and as a part of this, we need more crop fields. So I'm gonna go ahead and place some of those. And we can't forget water. Water is extremely important. All right, now I went ahead and decided to carry the water all the way over here because we really need to get rid of some burned down houses. But speaking of houses, we need to build some more houses because for this to level up, we really need workers. Because right now we are at 222, and we're not really turning a profit, but I really want to make some changes to do that. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some housing through here. All right, and I think that's gonna do it for the housing right now, and things seem to be filling in over here, which is good. All right, so we are now finally producing a decent amount and we're turning a profit. Let's see if we can bump up those numbers a little bit. So I want to go in and place a couple milking parlors. So maybe there's a good spot, and then maybe also there. And I think one of the things we'll need is some warehousing. Let's get a medium warehouse. We'll place that there. And looks pretty ugly with the terrain, but I am gonna roll with it. We can smooth it out though. We can at least do that. Maybe we can. All right, that doesn't look as terrible. So let's go ahead and place this to be, we will do just farming products for right now. We'll set that to balance. All right, I think things here are improving for sure. We are almost at a level 3. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. And this should resolve itself here in a minute when we get a little bit more development through here. I feel like folks here aren't liking the 2x2 assets as much. Well, I don't know. I guess it's fine. Should be okay. All right, so we are doing well on both fronts, the flour production, animal products side. So let's see if there's anything else we can add. Maybe we can add a couple cattle sheds here. And then where we have some areas with some blank spots, we can place some of these large barns. Oh, and we're out of money. So we will wait for things to improve with our budget. And we are definitely turning like a pretty hefty profit here now, I think. So yeah, we're doing better. About 4,500 bucks, and we are so close to level 3. I wonder if we can add a little bit more farmage, if that's a word. Add a few more crops and things like that. So let's do that. And we have a ton of traffic through here. It's pretty intense. But I think some of this should normalize a little bit. So fingers crossed on that. All right, I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. And before I go, let's make sure everybody has water. And the next thing I want to focus on is over here with this rail situation. Like, This is not good. This is not good. So I am going to also change some of the circulation pattern here. I'm not really digging this. So I think instead I'm going to have trucks come around this way, enter on this side, come into the cargo train terminal, and then leave. Before we do that, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, remove everything that we did from the previous episode and fix the rail grade first, provide an underpass that will help our traffic, and then we can redo the cargo train terminal. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. So looking at this, I'm going to really start this back way over here, I think. And then let's see what this does with the grades. Yeah, and I had a feeling it was going to cut into the hillside like that. And even 2.1 is still pretty high, in my opinion, especially for a rail line. So let's see if we can maybe go this way. Okay, 1.6, that's a bit better. 1.3, 1.4, 0.6. That is what I'm talking about. That looks way more realistic to me. Okay, so now that we have done that, we have some cut sections here, which to me this looks way more appropriate. And I don't think at this time I'm gonna address this roller coaster situation that comes way up over here. But that is something I might take a look at in a future episode. We're gonna leave that alone for now. Yeah, so let's come back over here and see if we can grade separate this so we don't have such a intense traffic issue. So right off the bat through here, I'm gonna force this section to be a bridge. We'll have to cut Anarchy on for that. And I think that'll be good. We might actually get away with putting this to be on ground and then bringing our road kind of over this way and having it sweep back up that way. And I think we can avoid the power line situation there. So looking at our contours here, I'm going to grab an elevation, say here, and then bring it over to where we want our underpass to be. So we want to be about like a full 10 meters below. I might even go to about here. We'll grab that and then come over here and we'll just create a hole. And I know that looks kind of drastic right now. And honestly, that might be a little too low. Let's try that. And I think what we're gonna have to do is back this up to maybe just there. And then let's try and slope from over here and see how this is looking. Okay, I think that's not too terrible. I'm gonna increase the brush strength a little bit. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, and kind of the same thing here. Let's see if we can, this might be too intensive a grade, but let's give it a try. Oh, did not mean to do that. And I'm curious, I know this is a pretty intense grade right here, but I wonder if I go ahead and place a road, if we can do some work with the slope terrain tool and really get it to look nice after the fact. I think I'm just gonna have this tie into the roundabout from here. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking that. All right, now the moment of truth. Let's see what the grades are. Ooh, yeah, not good. 14.5. Okay, let's see what we can do here to make some adjustments. And I'm liking these log trucks in the air here. This is pretty funny. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to back this up a little bit. So we unfortunately might have to relocate the ore industry main building, and we don't have enough money for that. So let's let things run for a second. Ooh, and maybe not, because our budget is being kind of decimated right now. I'm gonna let things run, see if they normalize, which looks like they are, and get a little bit more money back in the county's coffers, and then we'll continue on with the cargo train terminal build. And I'm not gonna be a huge fan of this, but I think I'm gonna take a loan out just so that we can finish this part of the build. And I think once we build the cargo train terminal, things will normalize again. So I'm going to take this $66,000 loan, and then hopefully we can just pay that off early. Let's go ahead and finish off the rest of the build through here. And I don't have enough money to finish what I was trying to do. So let's see. Okay, now we have an infusion of cash really quickly. I'm going to just very, very quickly finish off the rail section of this. And I'm really trying to make these rail connections seem a little bit more realistic because you can't really have like really major sweeping turns with rail. It's just not realistic given how the vehicles operate. But let's pop in a node controller and see if we can square things up. Yeah, and for whatever reason, I was having trouble with the, I think it's Control-Shift-S to automatically square things up, but I think that's looking pretty good. Let's do the same thing on this side. Okay, all right. Let's make sure that our trucks and everything are operating okay over here. And I think we have plenty of clearance here. Look at this person walking. I think what we can do is bump this up a little bit, and I think that will help our grades through here a little bit. So I wonder if that is enough. And I think we can actually go up even further. Yeah, that's looking good to me. Okay, so with that, I am going to reslope through here. Okay, 12.2, that is still not ideal, but it's better than it was. So that's 4, that's pretty good. 3.6. Now I wonder if we can go back over here. 7.5, and I think that's too intense of a situation. Yeah. We are going through, and I cannot Control Z that, so that is very unfortunate. Go back to the drawing board here. So yeah, I think my original idea of having to relocate a couple buildings here is gonna have to be the case. But first, I'm gonna just finish this road. Okay, 5.9, that's looking much better. Much, much better. All right, let's relocate these buildings somewhere. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'm noticing that these grades are not ideal. I'm gonna have to come back over here and fix this one day, but that day is not today. All right, I think this is looking way better now. So with that, I'm gonna terraform through here real quick, and then we'll get to the rest of the build. And that is not what I wanted to do. Always like, instead of hitting soften terrain, I always do like either the level terrain or maybe like the raised terrain. I don't know, I always like struggle with that. And really quickly, let me just check this grade here. Look at that donut truck. Yeah, so let's check the grade because this looks pretty steep. So we'll come back to say there. Yeah, 3.2, that looks pretty good. All right, one last little section and then we'll continue on with the build. Okay, that's looking much better. I'm liking that, I'm liking that. Yeah, and I had to upgrade this. I forgot about doing that, and I think I once again had node snapping turned off. So I'm trying to just make sure I have everything snapped to and everything's working well. That looks good. That looks good. I think we're good here. Everything seems to be flowing, and traffic through here seems better. So we'll come back and revisit that, and hopefully things will be okay in the future. So we're almost at a level 4. So I think the main problem here is workers, and I think what I might do is extend some of these rural roads like over this way, and same thing with this one, and I might provide a few more residential opportunities with that, and maybe that'll bump us up to level 4 by the end of the episode. We'll see. But I'm gonna start over here with this road. And this is killing me with this rail situation, but I'm going to ignore that for right now. All right, so I'm gonna cut on contours here, and we're just gonna kind of follow the terrain as best we can. and come and smooth out some of the issues that we have with slopes and everything later on. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and smooth out the slopes. So this is probably going to be the most extreme section. 10.7. Okay, maybe we can work back from this way. And this is going to cause, I think, a massive kind of cliff. Yeah, 0. Okay, all right, I'll take that. It's not ideal, as I mentioned in the last episode, to have zeros, but it's not, for the sake of the game, it's all right. So 1.5. See if we can kind of continue this trend of more gradual grades through here. Yeah, 3.6, 4.1, 4.9, 5.3. Woo! Yeah. All right, that was not what I was expecting, but I might live with that. You know, this map really does have a lot of challenges. It's just like so intense in terms of the terrain. So I am taking a lot of liberties here to kind of make my vision work, I guess. But that's okay. I don't mind doing this sort of like extreme terraforming. I might keep it a little bit on this side. But yeah, that's kind of what you get with these more vanilla maps. You just kind of tend to notice these sorts of intense changes. So, but I think this will be okay. I'm gonna make it work at least. So I'm really trying to just like flatten out this whole, I guess, right side of the road that, from the perspective that we're looking at it, just to make it feel like this area, you know, blends in better, you know. And maybe there is just kind of this natural cliff face here. We can pretend that, right? So yeah, but I think this is already looking better. And the other benefit of this is that it's going to provide us with the opportunity to develop through here a little bit like more easily. Like if I wanted to add like some more residential developments or like rural kind of cul-de-sac, small developments, kind of like I did in the other parts of the county. So yeah, I think that'd be good. Okay, that is looking much better, much more realistic. I mean, this is not this kind of slope, but I'm gonna live with it for right now. Okay, so the other road I wanted to extend was this one, and I really want to follow the contours a little bit better than I did maybe over here. And I think that's going to be much easier because it's definitely flatter over here. So let's get after that. And I think as I'm thinking about this a little bit more, I'm going to start using this 2-lane road with a grass median, because I think this is a road that's going to be very important. You know, right now it's like a 2-lane highway, and this is going to likely be upgraded to more of like an arterial type, you know, maybe like a 4-lane divided kind of facility or something like that. So I'm gonna use this as a template, especially as we get in towards like the county seat, larger city part of the build. And I'm really just trying to like follow up with the contours here and see kind of where it ends and just kind of let it be a more natural path. And I think what we're going to end up having is some sort of interchange here in the future. But, you know, this is, I think, going to be an important road for the basis of our city. And the last thing I wanted to do was kind of connect this over to here and, you know, provide just kind of like more of a, well, there's going to be a bridge, but more of just like a straight road that we can build the older part of town here. That's going to be like more like the downtown central business district sort of area. So I'm going to go and do that now. And I'm going to start with the bridge first. And this looks like it might be a good spot because we have a couple of like bluffs here. I might accentuate that a little bit just to have the bridge be not so close to the water. I'm just going to bring the brush strength down and just kind of pop this up a little bit. Yeah, kind of like that. Then let's force this into a elevated section from here to there. And we'll go ahead and fix the slopes. Okay, that is looking pretty good. I like that bridge height too. I really do like this like rural gravel road bridge. It's pretty cool with like the bridge pillars, like with the brick and everything, and it just like the wooden deck for the bridge. It's pretty neat, but unfortunately this isn't staying. It's going to be, you know, much more reasonable sort of road, you know, paved asphalt, that kind of thing. So let's meander back over here and meet up where we're going to find our other county road over here. Okay, come in close to a 90, and I think that'll be just fine. Let's check the slopes on this side. All right, yeah, we can work with that. 5.9. Okay, and from here, I really just want to have it be a straight road that goes up and meets our new road that we created up here. All right, I think that's looking good. Let's check the slopes on this. This one shouldn't be as terrible. I say that now. We'll see. We have a node issue here. All right, let's get back to that. 4.6. Okay. I think I'm going to take this more in sections. So I'm not getting any sort of crazy cut and fill things. Okay, 9s. I don't like that. I'm going to make this go maybe all the way to the bridge. Okay. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Am I gonna keep it? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Okay. All right. Let's just make it work. Make the terraforming work. Doing its magic. Doing its magic. All right. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna keep that. Wasn't super thrilled how high that made that change, but I think I should have probably, you know, graded through there before, but that's okay. That's okay. So I think that is looking good for this area, and this is really going to be the jumping off point for our new county seat, which I really want to start laying out and maybe start zoning a little bit too in the next episode. But before we end today, I want to go take a look back at the farm industry, the South River farm, and see how things are going. So we are doing great. We're not quite at a level 4. I wonder if we can maybe improve work safety supervision. Maybe that will help things out. I might add a few more things here and see if we can get this to level 4. Maybe what we'll do is we'll place a bakery. I think that might be a good idea. So I'm gonna go down here, place a bakery. All right, I'm really trying to maximize the space over here with the farm, so I had to terraform a little bit. And I did notice that when I was placing water, we are almost running out of sewage processing capacity. So let's go and place another eco inland water treatment plant. It looks like for this, I think, yeah, we're finally doing some stuff here with that. Yeah, I think the biggest issue here is the number of workers. So I think I'm gonna go and start placing some residential along this new road that we created and see if that will help things out. And I am not liking how that turned out. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of these. That one's okay. Yeah, and I don't know why some of these are terraforming and some are not. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go through and kind of place these where it makes sense, so it's not eating too much into the hillside. So main problem here is not enough raw materials, not enough buyers for products, but I think some of this should resolve itself over time, especially like as we have some of the additional growth over here occur. Okay, make everybody happy with water. And I think one of the things that we need over here is a recycling center. I think that's going to help us out with our garbage processing, because as you can see, we were kind of teetering on the edge there. Oh, and I guess we already have one. Okay, well, I guess I might relocate that then. Maybe I'll move this to where I just placed all this over here. I think that's probably a good idea. We'll put this here temporarily, and I think that should be good, even though that one house was not a fan, but I think that'll be all right for now. All right, after much modifications here, I have finally done it. This is finally at least a level 4 farm. So I think that's where we're going to leave things at with today's episode. So we did a lot of things today. We really expanded the South River farm. We're doing 6,000, right at 6,000 for profit. And I think let's see what our furniture factory is. Not doing anything, but it was doing something earlier. So hopefully that will change as things here kind of normalize, since we have done a lot. But the other thing that we did was we added this road in over here, provided more residential. We made changes over here with the cargo terminal, and this definitely seems to be functioning better, and it looks way more realistic in my opinion. Gotta do something about that in the future. Yeah, we'll address that at some point. But the other thing that we did was way over here, and we extended this road all the way. We added more residential as well, built this new bridge, and then we also provided this new connection and this new road as well, which is going to be really great for us to start really planning out the roadway network for our county seat in the next episode. I'm really looking forward to that. But if you enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button, and also leave a comment down below if you have any thoughts for the county seat, or if you have any things like names of things that you want me to change, or just anything like that would be great. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. That will really help me out. But I'm looking forward to seeing you all back in the next episode. But until then, take care, and we'll see you then. All right, bye.